Hey Dee and the team at Coast to Coast Tours. It's Viola. How you doing? Okay, I wanted to quickly go through your website here, go through a couple of your competitors, and then talk about a couple of things that we can do to help you with. So let's see. I love that you guys do have. I'm going to suggest that you make this clickable because 99% of the people that land on your website are going to be using their mobile phone. So you always want to make it pretty easy for them to be able to access someone or to reach out to someone. So go ahead and make this a clickable phone number up here, but you do have book your trip here, which is clickable. All right. All right. You got some links back there to YouTube. Okay. Payments, and that's it. Okay, so Google first off likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of content, and that's for two reasons. The first reason is because Google has crawlers, right? So they're crawling the content because they're trying to figure out what areas you serve and what services you offer. So the more content you have on here, the more you're going to look like an expert in their eyes. And in addition to that, you want to beat out your competitors. So if your competitor has about 1,000 words to 1,500 words, then you want to have at least 2,000. So that way in that content, you're outranking them. You also want to have specific keywords in the content. So for example, if somebody's searching for Atlanta charter bus, then you want to make sure that that's pretty bold and it's here. And just imagine if you have that on this page a bunch of times, then you're going to be really relevant for that search, and Google's going to be willing to put you higher up in the search results for more people to be able to find you. So for example, when somebody does go to Google and they type in charter bus rental Atlanta, the first thing we see obviously are the paid ads, right? And then right below that, we see this section here, which is what we call the map pack because it's always right next to the map. But this has everything to do with your citations, right? So this has everything to do with your citation. And all a citation is your business name, ads, and phone number listed throughout different directories across the World Wide Web. So the strategy to win here is to find out exactly how many citations does Atlanta Charter Bus Company have. And if, for example, they have 225, then you want to make sure you get at least 275 so you're outranking them month after month, because these top three companies are getting the bulk of the business if someone is typing in this keyword. And you and I both know if we click on this link here, it's going to take us to about 10 more pages of people who are doing the same thing you guys are doing in the same areas, but nobody goes to page 2 for anything, right? So you definitely want to get ranking here. And then, of course, you have this section down here. So that's 3 areas that one business can rank per keyword per Google page. You see that? So you have the ad section. If you're paying Google to do that, of course, you could do that. Then you have this section here, and then you have the organic section. Now, this section has everything to do with content and backlinks. Now, the number 1 position right now is Atlanta Charter Bus Company. So I went ahead and pulled them up. Here they are. All right, this is their homepage, just to take a look at what, well, actually, I don't think this is their, here we go. This is their homepage. Okay, so you notice as soon as we get here, the first thing we see is Atlanta Charter Bus Company. So there's no guessing. I know this is the name of their company, but they strategically named their company because of that keyword. I can promise you that. Their phone number is clickable. Okay, they don't have a ton more content on their home, but they have a little bit more. They have a lot of links. They have a lot of backlinks. So they almost made this into a blog page, right? Oh yeah, they have a good amount of content on here. So you definitely want to outrank them. Content is king, but it's not only content that has them ranking. I'm going to hop over to this tool that I use called Ahrefs, and it just lets me see the back end of a company, of a website, and see what's going on with them. So this is that same company, Atlanta Charter Bus Company. The first thing you'll see here is the UR, and that's essentially a power flow from Google. And then you see the DR, that's a trust flow. And both of these numbers are increased by something called a backlink. All a backlink simply is an endorsement from another company. So basically you would have a link on, let's say there's another company, their website has a link on it, it's clickable, and when you click on it, it takes them over to your site and in turn passes power and it passes trust, right? And obviously this is clickable. I could go in here and see what's working for them and figure out how it could work for you, but I want to talk about these keywords. So let's hop into here and see what's popping, what's happening for them, right? So did I just say what's popping? All right, Charter Bus Atlanta. So this keyword right here, this keyword is telling us, or this tool is telling us that 700 people look for this keyword on a monthly basis, right? This company is in the number 2 position for that keyword, and they get 242 calls per month just from this one keyword. Then you have Atlanta Charter Bus, totally separate keyword from this one. Another 700 people look for that. They're in the number 1 position for that, and they get 242 calls for that too. And the list goes on and on, right? Then you have charter bus rental Atlanta. 600 people look for that keyword per month. They're in the number 2 position for that. They get 218 calls per month. So these are the type of keywords that you really do want to get in front of when you are considering the content for your website, because the more people that find your website is going to turn into the more people that's going to be able to call you, and that's going to turn into the more clients that you're going to be able to land, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at your company in the same tool, Ahrefs here. So I noticed you had 2 domains. You have Coast to Coast Tours, but when you click that, it takes you to new.coast-to-coast tours. So on new.coast-to-coast tours, this was all zeros. So I'm assuming it's a very new company, a very new domain. So I went ahead and pulled up the old one, and it looks like you had some things going on a couple years ago. Not too sure. I mean, this is nothing to scoff at. This is totally normal if you've never really had a marketing company or worked with a marketing company to help assist you when it comes to this. But in order to start seeing the results that you want to see, it's just really important to get some more content on that homepage, get those keywords into that content, and then getting some high quality backlinks to help you power your website. So I noticed that I spoke about who's ranking in Atlanta. I do want to touch base on Kelly Tours, because I know that they have a strategy, right, or a map, if you will, that you would somewhat like to follow or imitate, etc., based on their packages, right? But I looked them up on the back end, and I will say that as far as web presence and who's dominating the company to beat at the moment in the area that you are operating in would be Atlanta. Right, would be Atlanta Charter Bus Company. Then we could strategize your website according to how they have theirs. So you can have the packages, you can have all the things that they have, but with the content and the power that Atlanta Charter Bus Company has. And then we'll be able to see your company coast to coast take off, really. Okay, so, and then this can be done for each and every single location. All right, so that's all I have for you. I was really trying to keep this video under 5 minutes. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. I really look forward to what's next, right? What's the next steps, and possibly partnering with you guys to see what's possible with the growth of Coast to Coast Tours. Thanks so much. You guys have a good day.